What's up, everybody? I've received some requests to do at-home workouts, and one of the most requested at-home workouts is obviously abs. Everybody wants to have those abs, right? But the one common misconception about abs is that you can do sit-ups and all these different exercises and that's going to get you abs. What actually gets you abs is your diet, because the only thing stopping you from having those visible abs is a layer of fat. Now, if you guys want help getting rid of that layer of fat, I can be your guy. You can message me and I will give you free diet coaching. Until then, training abs is just like training any other muscle. You want to train it evenly and proportionately, so you don't want to just do a bunch of ab training, and you don't want to neglect your abs, just like anything else. You want to train it pretty evenly so that you have even strength through your whole body. Training your core is really important because it's the basis of most of the things that you're going to do with your body. It's going to help you with rotation when you train those obliques. It's going to help you with posture. It's going to help strengthen your lower back and the rest of your back. It's what keeps you erect. It's super important, and we use it in pretty much every move. Another thing that people don't know about the abs is it's your main protection for your organs, so that's pretty important too. One thing that I should definitely note before we get started is that the best exercise, says science, for abs is actually the pull-up. They put a bunch of sensors and scientific things all over people, and they did the whole study, and they went really in depth with it, and they found out that out of every single move that they tried, and it was a lot, that the pull-up actually activated all of the ab muscles the most. I like to do my pull-ups on a different day. I like to do those on the back day, and then I make sure to focus on my abs on that day, and then I'll do another day where I do some ab training. So I usually train abs, like I call it 1.5 times a week, or maybe 2 times a week. But when you train back, it's where you get those wings and you get that nice back and you get that good posture, and then you train the core too. Another thing you want to make sure that you do is that you suck that belly button in towards your spine, okay? That's going to activate your transverse abdominis, which is the lowest and deepest layer of your abdomen and your abs. Although I do want to note that there are studies out there that say the bicycle is the best ab exercise. So, bringing those legs up and activating that core, getting the knees up to the chest, and I'm going to show you how to do all that stuff at home. I have minimal equipment here. I'm not going to use a lot of it. I've got little dumbbells. Of course, I've got to have my pre-workout from SuppShop.com. And then over here, I have some bands, I have some ropes, I have block, balls, more balls, a little ball. Okay, now I'll show you some moves. So you're gonna put your feet about shoulder width apart, you're gonna stay standing, and you are just gonna lift your leg, flex your abs as you bring it up, breathe out as you crunch towards your chest, knees towards chest, like this. Pretty simple move. You really flex your abs and bring that belly button in towards the spine. Stay straight. Here it is from the side. If you have ankle weights, you can do that. You can put a little twist. Then you can do a variation where you have your arms up. So you can get a full eccentric load, which is your stretch, and then concentric when you bring it down. Breathe in, breathe out when you crunch. The thing that you want for strong abs is really strong hip flexors. The hip flexors are like that bottom part, the V, that everybody really likes. All right, so the way you get those is by going like this. Little pulses, okay? This. Other side, switch. To really balance and try and stay even, Try and box off those hips. Really bring that belly button in when you're doing them. And then another thing you can do is start kicking out like that. There you go, enjoy my foot. Okay, so you can see from the side, to do the pulses and then start kicking. Okay, and then another thing you can do is you can now start going like this. side. So you're fully extending and then pulling it down. Okay, get a little bit of a C curve when you're doing that. The last standing move is going to be for obliques. I really like this one. Check it out. So you pretty much just get a full extension up this way, and then you bring your leg up and you contract. On the other side, I'll show you from the side now. This is like coming up in a tree position, you know? This kind of. Yep, it's good when you'll feel it burning all over the obliques on the side here. Now I'm gonna get down on the floor and I'm gonna be in a C-sit position. So my knees are just slightly bent, got my heels down on the mat, and I've got my hands down like this, and I'm slightly in a C, okay? So, here we go. First thing that you're gonna make sure you do is tuck in right here in that belly button. I can't stress that enough, okay? You're gonna take a breath in, breathe out. Knee up to chest, as good as you can. I'm a little chubby right now, so it's a little bit hard. And then you can hold it here. You can do little pulses, you can stick your leg up. If you want to torture yourself. Okay, other side, bring it up. I'm sweating already. Try to get it in there deep. Okay, and then hold it. Have to remember to stay tucked in. There you go. Okay, so we're still in the C-sit. It's a posterior tilted pelvis, all right? So that's how you get that C-sit position. So you're moving your pelvis like this under here so that this way you can get a nice contraction, all right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna stay with your hands down like this and you're gonna start lifting this leg up like that. Keep it about pretty straight, little bendies, okay? Other side too, right? Then I'm gonna do both. I like to go a little quick when I come up and go slow when I come down. It's not really scientifically proven to work, but we all know it works. Here we go. Right, then you can start bringing them in. Keep it straight like this. Okay, these are all really good moves that you can do just seated at home. You can see I don't really have that much space here. Another one that I like to do, scissor, cross, cross. Really gonna flex those inner thighs all the way to the hip flexors, to the lower abs. Remember to bring that pelvis under and that belly button towards the spine. Breathe, unlike me. Woo! All right, this next one looks like it's gonna be easy because you're laying down. Guess what? It's not. All right, so you're gonna have one arm all the way up like this, and I barely have any room in my bedroom because we're all quarantined, so we're doing home workouts. That's kind of the whole point of this. When you're at the gym, you can do all kinds of fancy stuff and do whatever you want, but when you're at home, you might be limited to space. So that's why I'm showing it off right here to show you guys that you can do this anywhere. This is about as far as you're gonna need to stretch out for any of these moves. All right, no excuses. Here we go. You're gonna lift up and touch. You're gonna flex the oblique and get a full range of motion. Breathe out when you come up. Breathe in. I have to really kind of force these. Same thing on the other side. Ooh, that is a fun one. My next favorite move to do while lying down is this one right here. I call them lying knee-ups. I don't know if that's the technical term for them, but there's like 10 different names for every exercise, so whatever. I call them lying knee-ups. Here we go. I like to do them with a little bit of the wiper rotation, the windshield wiper. So here we go. Again, I breathe out when I flex in, and I breathe in when I'm out. If that makes any sense. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna do a roll up. could throw a little weight in here if you want to. Get crazy with it. So put your hands up above your head. This is a foundational move, okay? Especially for something like Pilates or just life, because we need to roll our bodies up and sit up. So here we go. Breathe in and then out. These little 3-pounders, this 6 pounds above my head, makes a big difference. You want to try to control it. I'm kind of like flopping around like a fish over here. Some people are really good at controlling this. There we go. Try to keep the feet on the floor there. Saw mine came up a little bit because I'm forcing it. Here we go. Try and roll down. Oh, that didn't last long. All right, so now I'll try it without weight. Let's see what happens here. There we go. A little easier. And nice and slow. Roll the spine down. Woo! I melted on that one. Okay, and then you can start bringing your legs up too and get crazy with it. Here we go. We'll call this one a jackknife. A lot of people call this a jackknife. See if I can stay there. All right, I'll give it another shot. Here we go. Oh, that's all I've got. I'll grab up and cheat. A little better. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna scoot. I'm gonna see if I can get this without cheating. Here we go. Oh, I did it. Woo! Things that make me happy. Okay, so this move is really hard for me. Okay, this is like a bicycle where you're laying down, your hands are behind your head, and you get your feet about 6 inches up. So that right there already is kind of hard. Just getting your feet to be like 6 inches off the ground, right? Like this. See? All right, here we go. Now you're gonna try to do this. Keyword is try. So that is a tricky move to do. That's pretty advanced, at least for me it is. Okay, now we're gonna switch to ground moves. There are a bazillion ground moves for abs. One of the basic ones is just gonna be a plank, okay? But a lot of trainers say that planks are not that challenging. They are for some people. They are for me, for sure. You can do them down like this also. Okay, you can do it on your knees like this. Bring it back up to here. Stay nice and straight. Okay, keep everything tight. Keep that belly button in towards the spine. Don't forget that like I do all the time. Okay, then little things you can do. You start bringing your knee up. Like this. Try and touch. Another thing you can do, start bringing it up like this. Leg up. Okay, bring the knees down. I'll go in a child's pose to rest for a second like this. Okay. Feels super good. Then you can do things like this. You can do the cat and cow. So here's your cat. Then here's your cow. Ooh, nice stretch in the abs there. Here's your cat and cow. All right, that's one thing I like to do in between doing some stuff like that. And then another basic move that everybody should be doing too is gonna be the mountain climber. Great cardio move. Great cardio ab move, I should say. Okay, keep the belly button in. Don't pooch out. To look at the camera and check my form. Make sure my back is flat. It's a good one. You can jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, jump to the side, back, for twists. Ooh, all really good floor moves. Definitely have you breaking a sweat, have you feeling super good. Ooh, got me sweating and breathing. Make sure that when you're doing these workouts that you feel a rate of perceived exertion of between about 7 and 9 out of 10 for every set that you do. So you want to start out maybe with a set where you feel a 7 out of 10, next one is an 8 out of 10, the next one is a 9 out of 10. Then you're going to do that for each move. And make sure to take enough break between each one so you can rest and then really recover all of those muscles, and then everything will be strong and ready to rock for the next set, so that this way your muscle also feels adapted. What you want to do is you want to start off a little bit lighter and then progressively overload until you're at your heaviest, and that allows your muscles to then travel through certain pathways, and that makes them stronger. It makes you able to pretty much ignite more fibers, all right? And that's what you really want to do to gain strength in any muscle of your body. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and now I'm gonna eat some pizza.